EA attempt number 2. So yeah, it's Anthem's second demo, and they've unlocked all the javelins for us and everything like that, and yeah, I decided not to put out a TenPressions just yet on the very first demo weekend, because it sucked ass. Not just that, I would have told you guys it sucked ass, but more so the problem was I couldn't play it. It was way too laggy, it was just shit. Pretty much. You had pink graphics all over the place. I recorded a little bit of that. I'll try to find some more footage of that. But yeah, this is Anthem's second attempt. A little bit more stable this time around, thankfully. And it's not bad. Let's just get into the thing. Okay, so the gameplay. The gameplay is fine. A lot of shooty, bang, bang, stuff like that. Thankfully, though, the MMO aspect of this game, I think, is going to carry it through. What Anthem, I think, does better than a lot of other MMOs, and I'm going to keep comparing it to Destiny, so just be prepared for that. What it does better than something like, say, Destiny is the characters or the classes in the game. You'll have the Ranger, Storm, and, you know, Colossus Javelins, and they all have very, very different abilities. They all do different things, and they all help the team in different ways. In Destiny, the problem is a lot of those characters, you know, they all have a grenade. One may just have a shield or something like that, but they're all pretty much doing the same thing, which is putting out damage and killing enemies in a first-person shooter. Here, the MMO aspects of the game, I think, are done much better. There's a wild range of abilities, it looks like. I got to play the Storm Javelin and the smaller, quicker one. I can't remember. I think they may have called it the Scout. And yeah, that one pretty much plays like a rogue. The Storm obviously playing like a magey character, putting in a lot of damage in a big area. The Ranger is kind of your jack of all trades character, and the Colossus being your, you know, your tank, obviously. But I was able to get into a game with a couple people that had mics on, and they were willing to communicate, and it was fun. You know, because the game does throw just a shit ton of enemies at you at a time. And you really have to keep on your toes, especially if you're the Storm. The Storm magey character can take very little damage. You will die immediately. So as the Storm, you're staying back away from the fight. You're using a lot of ranged weapons, sniper rifles, and things like that. And as the Colossus, you're getting up in people's faces. And I also think these javelins are going to be simple enough for everyone to, you know, switch between them, have a good time, things like that. So the gameplay is not something I'm really worried about here. I think it's going to be fine. As long as it launches smoothly, it should be fine. Now, the story is something I am worried about. It's not like we haven't seen BioWare do, you know, a story in an MMO before. It's not like BioWare hasn't done it successfully. If you ever played the Knights of the Old Republic MMO, they did that fantastically. But I think the difference is between that, where you were in an established universe with Star Wars, you were in, just like I said, an established universe in Star Wars. People had already had a connection to this universe. In Anthem, you're not going to have that. And the story seems like it's going to be fine. I trust BioWare to tell a good story, though I also trusted them to tell a good story with Andromeda, but, hey, you know. But, yeah, I think it's going to be fine. I got to see a little bit of the story. It's just a lot of stuff I don't know. They keep talking about the Anthem, the Manifold, and I don't know what any of this means, really. I don't. And I didn't really start caring a whole lot either. I could really tell that I just kind of didn't give a shit most of the time, and I just wanted to get back into the gameplay. But you had this moment where this guy had a artifact, and he split his personality in three. The story is just something I'm not really into at the moment. Like I said, the problem is going to be you're not in an established universe here, so you're just really going to have to blow people out of the water here, and I don't think it's going to happen, really. I think it'll end up being just kind of a serviceable story, and it'll be fine, really. Future of this game. It's obviously of a AAA quality. The graphics are gorgeous. Some of the textures can get a little muddy, but from far away, obviously a gorgeous-looking game. It's obviously a AAA quality game that's had a lot of work and hopefully love put into it. But in the end, I think what's going to doom this game is EA's reputation, as obviously this game was delayed maybe once or twice, I can't remember, because of the loot box controversy in Battlefront 2, and they obviously had to take out the loot boxes and rebalance them. Rebalance the entire game because the loot boxes weren't there. EA was pretty much ready to make all the money with their next couple of titles. But EA's stink is going to be all over this game. EA's reputation is all over this game. If you have a normal person who likes video games and sees Anthem, but knows that EA is shit with loot boxes and just got a whiff of that controversy from Battlefront 2, I don't know if they'll pick up this game. It's not like we haven't seen several games before this, launch very roughly, and, just the incompetence of putting out a 6-month-old build that was just absolutely horridly, just laggy and shit. Just really, really bad. And I still found people who found really bad shit, in this playthrough. There were several people that were trapped in areas that couldn't get out, and they had to basically quit out of a mission and lose all their progress, things like that. It's not like the game's going to be bad, but EA stink is going to be all over it. I'm obviously going to pick it up and do a review on it, but I can't say it's going to be something I, pick up all the time. I got to play with a couple of friends or a couple of people that had mics and things like that, and I kind of got the same impression. They said it's fine, and that's kind of it. I didn't have anybody say, wow, I'm really going to pick up this game at launch. This is amazing. Stuff like that. It'll obviously have its fans. I'm not going to doubt that, but at the same time, I don't see it, changing the way the gaming industry works or anything. If anything, it'll be fine. It'll sell a little bit, but in the end, I think it'll just be fine. It'll survive well enough on its own. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I am TenWise, and a couple little announcements. Premiere Pro hates me, so the first episode of the Wise Words is not coming out just yet. I'm going to be working on Wise News, the first episode of that new series tomorrow, and I'm already working on a new episode of Wise Words, the editorial series, so don't worry, we're not dead. 2 weeks, we're fine, don't worry. We're still putting out videos. Everything's okay. So yeah, just be ready for that. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video, and I thank you for watching.